All right, we are back with a special episode of 90s Noise. I'm April, born 1991.
And I'm Ashley, born 1988.
All right, Ashley, so this is a special episode. Why is it special?
Because we're special. Uh, no, so we both watched the Beauty and the Beast 30th celebration, and we wanted to kind of just give our viewpoint on what we thought of it and kind of how it paid tribute to the original film, which, obviously we just talked about. So we thought it'd be kind of fun to watch this one and then sort of let you guys know what we thought about it.
All right, so this one so kind of just a little breakdown of this one. It kind of, I thought it was interesting. Well, how they did it was very interesting. Having
Mm-hmm.
the movie playing and then certain
Mm-hmm.
scenes played out live as a production.
Right. Yeah. Almost like a Broadway.
Yeah, I did like that. That was
Mm-hmm. Oh,
neat,
yeah.
especially for those of us who don't live near Broadway
Right.
and
Yeah.
aren't able to see that kind of a production.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think Beauty and the Beast has toured in a long time.
Long time.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I would love to, after watching this, I would love to see a Broadway version of this.
Hmm.
I would be interested. I think this production was very well done. And like you said, I liked the mixture of the live and the animated. I thought that they just did a really good job of kind of reimagining the scenes, but they also were really true to what still what the story was.
Yeah. For me, I love Josh Groban so much that I'm
Oh my
a
God.
little disappointed at how little he's saying in it.
I know. I almost thought that we were going to go through the whole thing and he not barely sing. And I was like, this is not okay. Like, what's happening here?
It's
So he definitely didn't get enough time to do
hmm
much, but I understand that Belle and all that was more the story
yeah.
to begin with. But he made me just smile so much
hmm
when he was on screen. And as soon as he started singing, I got so joyful
Oh
from
yeah,
that.
absolutely. No, that he actually, since you hadn't actually seen the live action with Emma
Mm,
Watson on the soundtrack, he
hmm.
sings that song.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, as like an extra.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
he's not the one that, as far as I don't think so. I don't think he sings it during the movie
In the
itself.
movie. Mm,
Yeah, he doesn't, because you can tell the difference between, they have two
the
separate
actors.
recordings on the soundtrack
Mm-hmm.
with the actor who played Beast and then Josh Groban. Josh Groban had
Mm-hmm.
like one or two songs where he sang.
Hmm.
That one was at the credits.
Okay. He just fits that role very well. I just think it just sounds so perfect for that.
He does, absolutely. Like I said, I love him as a singer and everything. I didn't realize I didn't have his stuff on my phone because of like new phones and everything.
Oh, yeah.
So I just went and re-downloaded like
Oh my
his
gosh,
older
yes.
songs. I haven't listened to any of his new stuff, but the older stuff I definitely re-downloaded, so I'd have that on my playlist.
I need to do that. Yeah, I need to go back and listen to his stuff because I
Yeah.
haven't listened to it in a while, and I just that just reminded me of how much I love him and how
Hmm.
much his music is just so enjoyable to listen to. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that.
Absolutely.
What do you think of Belle though?
I liked her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, this sounds horrible, but I was unfamiliar with her.
Okay. That's fine.
I've never listened to any of the music or anything
Mm-hmm.
like that.
She's not as mainstream as Josh is, so it's
Okay.
understandable. Like she doesn't have a whole lot of like albums and stuff out. I think she's only in the last 1 to 2 years started really making more of an appearance and going to like award shows and doing that
Okay.
kind of stuff and whatnot because she is still, I feel, a little bit more indie in a sense that
Okay.
like you have to kind of know about her to find her music.
Okay. Because
But
I loved her voice. I thought
oh
she
my
did a
God.
great job.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I thoroughly enjoyed her presence that she
Mm-hmm.
brought to the stage. I just so I don't know which you were watching on. I watched it on my laptop, so I
Yeah,
didn't
me too.
I didn't have my Disney Plus login on my laptop, so I was watching on Hulu.
Oh,
And
okay.
she has nationwide commercials where
Oh, you
she
had to watch it with commercials.
yeah, but she has like it was funny because her
Yeah.
has nationwide commercials and they
Mm-hmm.
had those commercials like two or three times
Oh
throughout it,
no.
and I just was like, wait, that's oh my gosh, that's like because when the commercials come on I kind of tune it out, and then I heard the voice, I was like, that's who I'm watching on this.
Of course they would, yeah.
Yeah,
Put those commercials on.
I just thought that was really entertaining. Then Shania Twain as Mrs. Potts.
Oh,
It's nobody's going to be able to replace Angela Lansbury. Rest in
no.
peace.
Mm-mm.
And that killed me seeing
Yeah.
the little like memory thing after the song Beauty and the Beast. I was like,
That was
really?
beautiful. Of course they had to hit you like that.
Exactly. And that was the composer playing the piano.
I know.
And so I just was like, that already hit me because the lyricist, right? That's the one that had passed before Beauty
A
and the Beast
pass.
scene
Mm-hmm.
came out.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So that kind of already hit me. And then to throw that up on the screen, I was like, oh, I'm done. I'm done for it. Like
I
I had
know.
to
Yeah.
get up. I had to pause it after that, get up, walk around, like dry my eyes.
Oh.
So I take it you didn't necessarily care for her performance though. Just the way you kind of,
Shania's
yeah.
performance. I thought it was very well done,
Hmm.
but like you said, it doesn't compare to the original.
Yeah.
Like, there's just something about that song and that feeling that I don't think I can ever get past anyone else sort of topping it.
Hmm.
And she tried. I mean, she definitely tried. You could tell she was trying to pay respect to her and do her best, but I don't know. It's a hard role I feel to fill, which is
Yeah.
weird to think that that's a harder role to fill than like Beauty or the Beast, but for some reason it just seems to be that way.
I think it's probably because Mrs. Potts was always a motherly figure. And
Mm-hmm.
so to have that mother figure no longer with us, it's seeing somebody who I know. I mean, I grew up listening to Shania Twain. That was one of the few country artists I would ever
Oh,
listen
me
to.
too. Yeah.
I do love Shania Twain. I do feel like there may have been a few different choices to go with that might have fit a little better. Because to me, I just I can't see her in kind of embodying that. She did do
Right.
a good job
Right.
and everything. I'm not dogging on that at all.
I'm curious as to the choice behind that, sort of why they
Yeah,
pulled her, because she hasn't really been doing much lately. You know what I mean? Like, she's
yeah.
not like a name that you would think would fall behind this production. So
Hmm.
I am curious as to kind of where that came from.
Me too. She kind of almost seems like she's making a
Comeback.
yeah, like with
I'm
performing at
hoping though that that means Josh Groban is making a comeback too, because we need that.
Sure, absolutely. Because like Shania just performed at People's Choice Awards and blew up
Mm-hmm.
the internet with changing her lyrics
Yeah.
to impress me much, adding Ryan Reynolds in there, and then like the shot of him
Right.
in the crowd.
And I'm almost wondering if she did that performance because of the fact that she was cast for this movie and they were
Hmm.
trying to like put her out there again so that way
Yeah,
people get excited for Beauty and the Beast a little bit more, I feel like, and they're not just like, oh, Shania, who's this? And maybe.
I understand because I'll be honest, until you had said something about this celebration. I hadn't heard about it. And then, of course, in the last week and a half, it's all over it. It's
Right.
all over social media. But like they really
Right.
didn't do much promotion
Mm-mm.
for it. I was very
No.
surprised by that.
I agree. Yeah, I'm not sure why they kept it so under wraps because I know they made announcements about it back in September, but other than that, there really wasn't much about it.
Yeah, because that surprised me. I'm very curious to know how the initial broadcast performed. Did it perform how they they wanted it to viewer wise.
Mm.
So I don't
Right.
watch those channels, so I wouldn't know if they had maybe been blowing it up on there. I talked to a few people and they had no idea about it.
Yeah, when I was looking on Twitter and it was trending, but yeah, people were saying the same thing. They hadn't heard of it. They
Yeah.
hadn't heard about this coming out, and they just saw it, and so they were going to watch it on Disney Plus. But yeah, so I feel like most people are gonna be watching it through Disney, and I doubt that they had a huge number for
Hmm.
the original Thursday airing, but I could be wrong
I definitely would like to would be interested to see those
to see.
numbers. Just
Yeah,
yeah, because it.
yeah, I agree.
No, I will admit there were a few parts that I wish they would have done a little bit more of the live action portion.
Oh, really? Like what?
I feel like they could have probably done a little bit like the fight scene, like because they really that was
At
purely
the end?
yeah at the end
Mm-hmm.
because
That
all
would have
of
been kind of cool to see.
yeah, because I mean, they had everybody dressed appropriately in their costumes to where you
Mm-hmm.
could tell what they were and everything. I would have liked to have seen that up, even just like a little portion of that
Mm-hmm.
in the live action. I mean, maybe it was just they didn't have enough time to rehearse it or something, or just didn't feel like it
Yeah,
would
there's a
be.
lot that seemed to have gone on with that whole production with the sets and the costumes and
Mhm.
just the amount of extras that they had. And so, depending on the time frame of when they recorded this, which only seemed like in the last month or two, because like I said, they only announced casting like back in September.
Yeah.
So, I will say though that surprisingly Gaston kind of was shown, I feel like, was shown in like a different light. He didn't seem as repulsive in this live version of him. I don't know why, but I actually enjoyed his scenes and was like, these are very fun. Like, I wished I was in the audience. Those seem like, yeah, like you want to jam out to them.
Not just that. Didn't I say that? Didn't I say that in our last one with Beauty and the Beast? What if he is shown in a different light and everything?
Right?
I felt the same way too. He wasn't as repulsive and everything.
Yeah, I did like that take on him.
Yeah. It was more of just kind of a guy who knows what he's trying to get and
Hmm.
isn't necessarily not, of course, he's not happy that he's being turned down and everything, but not to where it felt as psychopathic.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Disney brought it back to like just kind of like more of a regular guy type
Mm.
deal.
Hmm.
I think all in all, everybody did a very well job with what they were given.
Yeah, I do too.
I
No, now they didn't have our footstool in there though.
mm,
I was a little sad to not see him, but
yeah,
Chip was really cute though. I thought
he
Chip did
was.
well.
Yeah. Now, I did find it a little weird, I guess, during Be Our Guest when they split the table.
Hmm.
Like the hands, like the people are like sticking their heads out and like, hi, mom, hi, dad, kind of thing. Like that's how I felt it was. I was like,
I feel like they were doing that almost the whole way through because even like the beginning opening scene, there was a lot of extras that, were obviously not clothed in
mhm,
that time era. They were just, and they had the signs, and I don't know, there was just like a lot of little like kooky things that you saw. And I feel like they added that in for the element of, so you could see as the audience how many people it was taking
yeah.
to create all these sets because definitely a lot of people underneath that table.
Oh yeah. That's just like I said, I guess in my sense, I was looking at it more as an actual like Broadway production
Mm.
where the professionalism
Right.
and
So
every
definitely it wasn't. It
yeah,
was
it was
more in the middle. It was professional, but it was also they were playing on the fact that it was being recorded and going to be broadcast and
it was you know what it reminded me of? The shows at Disney World.
yeah.
Like for example, Lion King.
Mhm.
That one, the actors for it, they'll do like funny faces to the audience and
Yeah.
wave back and stuff like that. And
Exactly.
so that kind of it felt more of a Disney cast
Mhm.
production,
Mhm.
just with
Right.
some big names.
Right. Which it probably was. I
Probably.
mean, Probably was. The other part that I really liked though, and it took me a moment to realize what it was representing, but the whole contemporary dance replicating like the rose, and the
Yeah.
petals, that was really cool. I thought that was
Yes.
really, really neat, the way that they interpreted that.
Yeah. That was, and I loved the camera angles for that. And I kind of felt
Mm-hmm.
bad for people who were there seeing it live because they weren't
True,
getting that same
true.
angles.
Yeah,
But I'm
that's
sure,
true. It probably would only work in that respect.
yeah, I'm sure it still looked amazing
Oh,
from the other
yeah.
perspective, but I was just like, damn, I'm kind of glad I'm not there
Yeah.
because I like this
Right. It would
aerial
only
view.
work for, yeah, it only works for the live recording. If you it that's probably not something that they would include in the actual Broadway. Like they
Mhm.
probably have a different way that they would do it.
Yeah.
If they even do that at all. But I thought that that was kind of cool that they took it like that.
Absolutely. What did you think about the like behind the scenes stuff that they showed?
Oh yeah, that was really cool. I
Mhm.
loved seeing like the original recordings from the cast and just sort of like the whole process behind the scenes. That was really neat. I would honestly watch a whole movie of just that. That
Yeah.
was really nice that they allowed us kind of in to those little hidden secrets.
Now, do you know? I know when Disney was re-releasing all of their animations on Blu-ray. Did you ever get Beauty and the Beast on Blu-ray?
No, mm-mm. Did
Because
you?
I didn't, but we had it at Blockbuster. And so it would sometimes be a movie that my mom would throw in.
Mm.
So I was just wondering because I think they had a lot of that behind the
Oh, the
scenes.
extras
Yeah,
bonus.
because that
Mm.
because that was part of when they re-released them.
Hmm.
They went into their vaults and found all of these little recordings from
Right.
the productions and from the time of recordings, like recording the voices, the music, all of that. Because it's funny, like most productions, and whether animated or live action, they have, if you look hard enough, you can find behind the scenes stuff
Mm.
from it.
Mm-hmm.
Whether
Right.
it was just like an actor or actress that was recording their own stuff or whether the production company that was putting it on had
Mm-hmm.
somebody recording behind the scenes
Yeah.
footage. I love that. I'm always big
Yeah.
on that kind of footage.
Me too. I like that.
Yeah. So now, what's your take on the fact that this was considered the 30th anniversary and yet it came out in 91?
I was hoping that they were gonna like clear that up in some way and make a mention about it, but they didn't. So I don't know. I'm not really sure still why it's referred to that. If they do, they just not celebrate the first year a movie came out, maybe, and then I guess I don't know.
I guess we'll see in what is it, 2, 3 years when it's the 30th anniversary of The Lion King.
Oh,
Actually, isn't Aladdin coming up?
Aladdin should be coming up next.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I thought Aladdin's was this year. Didn't it come out? Did it come out in 92?
You're asking the girl who
Because
was still who was on a bottle and everything during this
oh
time.
well,
I mean, I was.
yeah.
uh yeah, 92. So
Mm.
I'm wondering if you're right. Maybe they don't consider because maybe the time that just considering when it comes out in the year,
Hmm.
whether it's the beginning. I mean,
I don't know. Is there anything about like a 30th celebration for Aladdin? Is that gonna
no,
be next year?
no, and its 30th anniversary of being released was literally just less than a month ago.
Oh, okay.
It was November 25th,
Okay.
1992. So maybe I don't
So
know.
they released like Beauty and the Beast like in November of 91. So that one was November of 92, kind of the same time frame.
Maybe next year
Maybe
we'll
next
see
year they're gonna
something.
do something.
I don't know though, because with that one, there's a lot of controversy on that one. Like, okay, so the actual live action movie Beauty and the Beast got a lot more praise and was a lot more well received than like the live action
Hmm.
Aladdin.
They had a live action Aladdin.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah, yeah, they did.
with Will Smith as
I
the
forgot.
genie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now I remember. I forgot.
You're killing me. You're killing me
Yeah,
with that.
that one is just more controversial. I don't know. Aladdin is just way more, I feel, controversial than
Hmm.
Beauty and the Beast ever would be.
Which it's like, guys, it's a movie.
I know.
It was an
And
animated
it's
movie. An animated
and it's
movie.
based off of something from like hundreds and hundreds. I don't even know where that story originated from, but I'm pretty sure it's like probably taken from a fairy tale or something, right?
Yeah, most, I'm not 100% on Aladdin, but I know that the majority
Yeah.
of these Disney
Disney.
movies were, even if they weren't directly based, they were loosely based off of
Right.
old fairy tales.
Yeah.
I'm gonna right this second keep my mouth shut on it because
Yeah.
that could be opening a can of worms. But I still enjoyed Aladdin. I mean, like, that's one of the things. Any of these movies you could pick apart now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, what joys do we have left if we're gonna continue to do that?
Mm-hmm. What did you think of her dress though?
The
Seeing her dress,
the
like
yellow
a
one,
Belle's dress,
Belle's dress, the
yeah.
yellow dress, I really liked it. I really liked it.
So pretty.
I give her props for being able to move in that thing too. Like, I know at Disney World, you'd always hear like the people who played Belle,
Uh,
they'd always prefer like when they were in her first outfit as opposed to having to change
mm-hmm.
into the yellow ball gown because that yellow ball gown was just
It's massive. Yeah.
outrageous.
Yeah. Seriously.
But yes, I loved her in the dress. I loved how she also came out and played guitar too.
Mm-hmm. That was cool. That was neat. I was like, yes, Belle's a badass.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Love that.
What would you say was your favorite moment from the whole production?
Josh Groban song. I admit that
Yeah.
that was like the one thing I was really, really looking forward to. And
Yeah.
again, I was a little, when I got to thinking about it, like halfway through, I'm like, wait, they put Josh Groban as the Beast, who really doesn't do a lot of singing. They put
Mm-mm.
one of the most incredible vocal talents as a character who doesn't do a lot of singing.
Mm-hmm.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine if he was singing, Gaston songs because Gaston was half of the
Yeah,
production was of him singing. I mean, of course, I felt like Josh was more fitting for the Beast role, but damn, it would have been great to have him up there singing those songs with them too, just to hear more of them.
absolutely. Absolutely. That was both my favorite and my least favorite because like I said,
Needed more.
I needed more.
Yeah.
Like, you
Yeah.
can't give me Josh Groban and only like give me just a little slice.
A little hint. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
it's like one of those like the whack-a-mole games, like, here's Josh Groban. Did you get him? That's all you get. I'm like,
I know. Like, I need more.
more, please. Please, Josh Groban, go on tour. Please.
Seriously, this has got to spark more light, and people are going to be, I bet, begging him to come back. So hopefully he's got some stuff in the
Please.
works.
I did see when I was getting his older albums again. He did have some new stuff in like 2021 and
Mm.
everything. So
Hmm.
I'm hoping and praying, and that is one concert that just take my money. I know it's gonna be expensive as hell.
Yeah.
Like,
Just take my money.
it's gonna bleed me dry, but I will do the freaking nosebleed, like,
Hmm.
absolute top of whatever arena or stadium.
Yeah.
Just let me be there. Like, just
Yeah.
please.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Absolutely.
What about you? What was your favorite part?
So, I mean, my favorite part was obviously Josh Groban, but the Something There song that
Hmm.
they sang. I don't know, for some reason in the movie version, the song kind of slipped through the cracks for me. Like,
Yeah.
it's a good song, but this version of it that they sang live, oh my God, like, it's my favorite now. Like, it
Yeah.
just hit me differently. I just have a whole new love for that song. So, definitely thanks to Josh Groban for that, of course.
They did it. That kind of was the same with me when I saw the live action. movie
Okay.
and everything. I was like, I was the same way. I was like, I don't really remember this song. And but I was like,
Yeah,
this is
it's
good.
good.
Yeah. I was like, this is great. Like, I like it. I really do. I think it was, like I said, I think it was really well done.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it was really fun and lighthearted, and I think something we all needed to see, and just gives you more appreciation for the movie and
Hmm.
everyone that's involved in it, because just so many people.
Yeah. You got anything else on this one, Ashley?
But that's it. That was fun. I had, yeah.
That was fun. It was fun to be able to watch. So can find it on Hulu or Disney Plus. It's streaming now.
Mm-hmm.
And be sure to like, subscribe, rate, review, and we will be back next week with another episode back into 1991 of 90s Noise.
We'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye bye.